Our game is coming to you live from New Orleans, Louisiana. Well, we're getting ready to call our third game of the year. It's been an interesting season so far, and we expect another great game here tonight as the Falcons square off against the Saints. Let's see how it plays out tonight as we get set for the opening kickoff. Number 9 comes in to kick off. Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 7. Missed tackle. He was unable to make anything happen on that return.
This special teams coverage came swarming down on him. He had nowhere to hide.
Ball on their own 18. The backs are lined up in an I. They give it to the halfback. The 30. Still running. Milloy is there for the tackle at the 38. Couldn't bring him down very easily that time.
Yeah, and when the back can get out there and run through defenders, it just makes this offense that much more difficult to slow down.
Atlanta lines up in a 4-3. With the carry. 38-yard line. Good play by the linebacker to get into the backfield and stop the play for no gain.
I'll tell you, that comes from watching a lot of film and knowing the tendencies of the opponent. That was a heck of a play.
Ball on their own 38.
Set.
With the counter play. They'll spot this one at the 37. So that tackle was his third. Nowhere to go that time. The defensive line gets very good penetration.
This line's very aggressive up front. They like to stunt and use power moves to get into the backfield. A lot of teams think that the best way to move the ball on the ground against them is to run it right at them. Try and wear them out. Looks like they might be trying to do that same kind of thing. Time to call a special teams play.
Berger comes into the game for the punt. Hall sets up to run back the punt. He muffs it. The Falcons pick up the fumble. They got that one back. Strength versus strength here today, John. One of the top running backs in the league against one of the dominant run-stopping teams.
You know, this is like some classic heavyweight fight that we won't know who the winner is till the last round.
Nickelback in this time. Throwing. He was tipped.
And that's just the kind of play they've come to expect from him. He always seems to make the big play just when they need him to.
Williams comes out in a 4-3. Griffith in motion. Looking for room. Smith comes up to make the play.
He didn't hit the hole with much conviction on that one.
So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long third down situation. The Falcons line up in a 5-receiver set this time. Again.
With a full complement of speed and bull rushes, this defense can really put the pressure on, especially when they blitz. What you have to do is read the play quickly, recognize the blitz, and get it out of there to your hot receiver quickly. You can't take too long to get it out of there.
And he waves for the fair catch. Atlanta goes with a 4-man front. Looking to run it here. Rucker is there on the stop at the 42.
When your offensive line is getting a good push up front, it's a lot easier to pick up yardage on the ground.
Atlanta lines up in a 4-3. Hilton, the man in motion. He gets the carry. He's spotted at the 47-yard line. That's the 4th stop he's made today.
That's some good stuff right there. You give it to your back, have him bowl straight ahead for good yardage, and you get a new set of downs to work with.
Atlanta comes out in a 4-3. Cross play to the right. Kearney records the tackle at the 46. McAllister is able to pick up good yardage after taking the toss, let's say 7 yards. With second down, 2 to go. The backs are lined up in an I. They give it to the halfback. Milloy comes up to make the play at the 37-yard line. McAllister has gained enough for another first down, his second of the drive. Atlanta using 3 linebackers. Breeze with a man in motion. The blitz is on. Gets rid of it. Drops the interception. Patrick Kearney looks to be shaken up after that play, and we'll get you a report from the sideline when we get the information. The first quarter has been dominated by the defensive units. Still, no score. The teams have switched sides, and we'll start the second quarter. And we're at the 3-minute mark. McAllister, the lone setback. Breeze sends a man in motion. Hands it off to the back. He's there on the stop. They'll move the chains again after another long gain on the ground.
I was talking to the coach the other day, and he said he wanted to emphasize the run a little more. And that's exactly what we're seeing.
The injury sustained earlier was minor, and they expect him to return to the game after a series or 2. Blitzing, throws it. Ooh, nearly picked off. Hilton was his intended target. 8th play of this drive. The Falcons line up in a 4-3. On the call, play action with the throw. Right on target to the wide receiver. Crocker is there for the tackle at the 14-yard line. Ball on the 14-yard line. Atlanta goes with a 4-man front. Gets the pass off. Hall picks it off.
That's exactly what not to do when you have the ball near the end zone. You have a lot less room to work with, and the quarterback can't force throws like that. Look at the big old defensive lineman. Does a heck of a job of getting in the passing lane and knocking down the pass. Go with the ground attack. You got to take it to him.
After the defense gets the takeaway, they're now set to go at the 8. Williams using 3 linebackers. Vick with a man in motion. Hand off to the tailback. Milloy makes the stop at the 11-yard line.
The defense held their positions and didn't let them get very far.
So a pickup of maybe 3. Patrick Kearney goes back into the game after being injured earlier. The Saints with a 4-man front. Handed off to the back. Simmons is there on the stop.
Running the ball consistently is the first step in creating a balanced attack.
Gain of a handful, almost at the 2-minute mark now. Just over a minute still to go. Dunn, the lone back. Give it to the halfback. Number 57 is there on the stop, but they allow them to pick up the first.
Go ahead and take this one to the outside, but make sure you stay in bounds and keep that clock running.
The Saints come out in a 4-3. Hand it off. They'll spot this one at the 20, and that tackle gives him 3 in the game.
Watch that game clock. You need to keep it stopped as much as possible.
Just over a minute still to go. Dunn lines up behind his fullback in the odd. Drops back. Pressure. He takes off. To run. Smith comes up to make the play at the 27.
Pass this one to the outside and give your guy a chance to conserve some time by running out of bounds.
Vick spreads them out. Dropping back. Gets rid of it. Thomas is there on the stop at the 32.
This is good communication between the quarterback and his receiver to keep the chains moving. They know where the first down marker is, and they recognize the type of coverage the defense is playing. The ball is there, and so is the catch.
Hand off to the tailback. Number 57 breaks the play up in the backfield.
When you run a play to the outside, at least one offensive lineman is pulling, and a wide receiver has to block down. On that one, neither one did their job very well.
The Saints come out in the quarter defense. Rosen. He can't bring it down inbounds.
They might just clear some place for their back and swing it out to him and see if he can make something happen.
And this is the 9th play of this drive. Vick will work out of the shotgun. Under pressure. Throwing on the run. Knocked away.
He has a knack for making a big play. And that was another one right there.
Cathan was the intended receiver on that play. Number 9 will come in now to punt it away. Stallworth sets up, waiting for the punt. It's a fake. So the early gamble doesn't pay off for them.
And they'll pay the price now if the other team can do something now that they've stopped him. Here's what happened. The quarterback just didn't have a throwing lane for his pass. When we let that one go, the lineman got his hand up and he batted it down at the line.
The Falcons line up in a 4-3. It's a blitz with the pass. Complete to the wide receiver. Williams. Stop it there. Less than 2 minutes to go in the half. They're in a good position to get at least a field goal before the half, and with the timeouts they have, it might turn out to be a touchdown. They'll go from the I formation. Pass play here on first down. Gets rid of it. Right on target to the wide receiver. They throw it and pick up a second consecutive first down.
Well, when you start to establish something, you want to keep it going until the defense finds a way to stop you.
The Falcons with a 4-man front. Breeze sends a man in motion. The blitz is on. Throwing to the end zone and trying to score before halftime. The pass goes for a touchdown.
This is a good play by the offense in the red zone. The wide receiver is going to break away right here and come up with a catch and the touchdown.
The extra point attempt is good. After the touchdown, the score is 7-0 Saints. Berger is back and ready to put this one in the air. Good kick, should be returnable. From the 7.
This is where you want to respond quickly, or this could turn into a battle for field position. Be efficient here. You can't afford to let time slip away from you.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Here they come. And the quarterback has a lot of room to run. Number 57 is there for the tackle at the 49. Atlanta pulls a timeout with under a minute left in the first half.
Watch. Now, the key to this first down was the fact that the defense lost containment on the quarterback. He's out there running around, and that time it got him a first down.
Going to the deep man. It's batted away. Vick did a good job reading the coverage, but couldn't get it there.
Okay, go on a quick count here and just fling that ball in there.
The Saints come out in a dime package. There he goes. A lot of room to run. Misses it. Thomas is there on the stop at the 35-yard line. Atlanta calls a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining.
Here's what happened. You get a guy who can move around back there. The defense gets busy covering everyone, and they forget about the quarterback. He gets past that marker and picks up a first down.
They'll pass on first down. Pressure coming. Number 57 has it. So they're ready to go on offense after the interception. They'll start at the 35. Atlanta comes out in their nickel package. Hartwell comes up to make the play at the 39-yard line. So after the first 2 quarters of play, the score is 7-0 Saints. Aaron Stecker. He's back for the kickoff as we take a quick glance at his return numbers. sends it sailing. This one is fielded by Orr. Not much on that return.
Nope, they had him fumbling and bumbling all around before the 20, and that return was over before it ever got anywhere.
It's 1st and 10. The Saints line up at a 4-3. There we go. The 30. And he's ridden out at the 39.
Warwick Dunn is a tough guy. He can take an inside handoff and bounce it to the outside or just go outside. But he's also very effective running the ball between the tackles.
The Saints with a 4-man front.
Come on, show these guys some power football.
1st and 10. Dunn, the lone setback. Hand off to the tailback. Fakes the handoff. Fires this one deep. It's broken up. Jenkins was the one they were trying to get the ball to. McKenzie with the coverage.
Let's move this football.
Orleans using 3 linebackers. Closing in. Hit and sack.
They have a bunch of guys in this defense that can really get after their quarterback. With their speed and quickness, they can get around the blockers and put a lot of pressure on the signal caller.
Orleans comes out in their nickel package. He'll keep it, breaking free. Breaks free of the defender. And he goes out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
Right here is how he can hurt you. They get him in a 3rd down situation. But if they can give him a lane to run through, he's going to take it. And right there, he takes it for a big 1st down. Remember the fundamentals, just like you practice.
Gets the toss to the left. Slips the tackle. Holland is there on the stop at the 43. Dunn picks up some tough yards there. 2nd and 5. Orleans comes out in a 4-3. Griffith, the motion man. On the carry. Will Smith stopped him for his 3rd tackle so far. Dunn rumbles forward for a gain of 4. It's 3rd down and a yard. Split to the right. Verdon is there for the tackle at the 40. That play won't move the chains.
Yeah, and you can't expect to get a whole heck of a lot of yardage with that many guys on the line of scrimmage. Looks like they were waiting for him on that one.
4th and maybe 1. They'll be looking at a very long field goal attempt, so they'll go for it here. Dropping back, a lot of running room, and there he goes. That's such a difficult play to stop.
You know, when a quarterback can pick up 1st downs like that, it'll drive a defensive coordinator nuts.
The Saints come out of the 4-3. Hand it off to the back. Smith pulls him down at the 27.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
They're within striking distance here. Orleans lines up in a 4-3. He's going for it all. Incomplete.
This is just a beautiful play to force the incompletion. I mean, he gets up high, and he turns what could be a touchdown into a heck of a defensive play. Here's a no-huddle. It's a good way to keep the defense off balance.
Drops back. Pressure. And the quarterback has a lot of room to run. So he scrambles his way past the 1st down marker.
Now, he's not shy about taking off if he doesn't see anything. And you can see why right there. That was a heck of a run.
So they're inside the 20. Need to get a touchdown. They give it to the halfback. They'll stop this one at the 15-yard line. That's a half dozen tackles now.
You can't make any mistakes down here. So run the ball and just get it in there.
And they find themselves in scoring range. Number 2 will attempt the extra point that would tie this game up. The extra point attempt is good. Big opening drive, moving down the field and putting it into the end zone.
That's excellent execution by the guys out there on offense. They looked confident, moved the ball, and found the end zone. That's a great way to start the second half.
They'll return this one from the 10. Stecker returns this one to the 22-yard line. Great game so far. After 3 quarters, it's all tied up. New Orleans, 7. Atlanta, 7. The Saints have possession here at the start of the 4th quarter in this game, which is tied. And we're at the 3-minute mark. Atlanta comes out in a 4-3. Receives the handoff. Brooking records the stop at the 24. McAllister battles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup. Ball on their own 24. Atlanta goes with a 4-man front. In this direction, Barkley is there on the stop at the 25.
The team with the most discipline is the team that doesn't commit stupid penalties. And they're the team that usually executes better.
It's 2nd down, 2 to go. The Falcons come out in a nickel package. Gets rid of it. He was tipped.
He's got great recovery speed, and he can catch up to the ball even if he's caught out of position. That time he was right there in the secondary to tip the ball away.
Horn was his intended target. Under pressure, throwing. Lead for the running back. Williams makes the stop at the 46. They convert to the 1st down on that throw.
And they ran the perfect play to get those couple of yards.
Only 1 man in the backfield. With a counter play. The 30. The 20. He has run. The 10. Touchdown, Saints. Big touchdown run that time as they snatch the lead away here in the 4th quarter.
Here's what you do. You start pushing, and if you don't get to him and you see him start to throw, you stop and you get your hands up. And that's what gets you in those passing lanes, and that's how you knock the ball down.
Carney comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good.
Penalties and takeaways are just as big a factor in some games as effective offense. The team that stays mistake-free usually wins the game.
Mitch Berger is just about ready to kick this one away. Booming kick right out of the end zone.
Down by a touchdown, going on offense, time running out. It doesn't get a whole heck of a lot better than this.
2-minute warning coming up. On the ground. Smith comes up to make the play at the 31.
Hey, if you can keep running the ball in the 4th quarter as you're playing catch-up, that's an advantage that you have over the defense because it keeps them off balance.
Is on. Got to him as he throws. The pass ball's incomplete.
He decided to try and pass it, but he was taking so much heat that it just kind of wobbled out of there.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now. The Saints line up in a 4-3. Tucks it away. Great fake. He takes off with room to run. There he goes. Bellamy records the tackle at the 47-yard line. Beautiful to pick up a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, you can't give him any lanes at all. He can take it and throw it in that lane, or what he did right there. He'll run right through the lane.
From the gun. They're blitzing. Pressure coming.
If your tackles don't have quickness, that gives those speed rushing guys a chance to push the pocket while creating pressure on the quarterback.
Only 1 man back. He's going to run it. Smith is there on the stop at the 47. Pretty good coverage downfield, so he decided to pack it in, picked up a handful in the process.
And that's just the kind of thing he'll do. He's very good at creating opportunities with his legs.
Dropping back. Throws it. It's broken up.
He has to do a better job of looking off the coverage before he makes a throw like that.
White was the intended receiver on that play. It appears they're going to go for it, and here's how they've done so far. Well, it's really not much of a decision here. They have to go for it. Gets the pass off. He's there for the catch. Touchdown, Falcons.
I'll tell you, this is nice work by both the quarterback and the receiver in this play. Watch it here. He reads the coverage, looks for the best option, and then throws it to him.
The point after is good. The game is tied in the final quarter.
I'll tell you, this is why the NFL is so popular. There's a fine line between average teams and good teams. Games like this prove that.
Decent kick. We should have a return. From the 5. Breaks the tackle.
This is just how the coach likes to play it. Keep it close until the end, then put something together with your last drive to come away with the win. Now it's up to the offense to close this one out.
Ball on their own 24. They line up in the I formation. He gets the catch. Brooking brings him down.
The guys up front have been doing a heck of a job opening holes for the running game today.
They want to hurry it up here. Gets rid of it. Milloy has it. The 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Falcons. What a turn of events as they force a bad throw and take the lead on an interception return here in the fourth quarter. Number 2 comes in to attempt the point after. The extra point attempt is good. Atlanta jumps ahead by a touchdown. Number 9 comes in to kick off. Sends it sailing. From the 8-yard line. The Saints will look to put together a late drive as they take over at the 25-yard line. Ball on their own 25. The Falcons with a 4-man front. They'll pass on first down.
They got to find a way to give him a little more time back there. The defense was in man coverage, so he had some options out there in the secondary. He just didn't have the time to decide where he wanted to go with it.
Let's see how this defense handles the no-huddle. Closing in, uses the pump. New Orleans goes a timeout with under a minute left in the fourth quarter. It's now 3rd and long after the snap. Freeze will work out of the shotgun. Dropping back. Throws it. Wide receiver passes. Milloy stops him dead at the 20-yard line.
That's a poorly planned play. You have to know that you have to get past the first down marker on 3rd down. Anything less has to be a failure.
Even though it's 4th and long here, they're going to go for it. Going for the deep man. This pass is incomplete. They go for it and don't make it.
That was a conversion the offense needed. They have to be disappointed, and it's worse because now the other team has the ball.
And there's the kneel down by the quarterback. Grant stops the clock with that timeout.
Just go ahead and take a knee here.
Ball on the 22-yard line. With a counterplay. Slack is there for the tackle at the 11.
That's another big run. The offensive line has been doing a pretty good job of opening up some holes.
They need 11 yards to get it into the end zone. They give it to the halfback. Slips the tackle. White Smith brought him down for his 3rd tackle. 7 yards to go for the touchdown. Lawyer Milloy is this week's selection for Snickers' hungriest player. A little misdirection. Number 57 comes up to make the play at the 5-yard line. The final score is Atlanta 21, New Orleans 14.